What's up? It's your boy MB, man, with some thoughts. Some more thoughts on the DC Audio M4-8. It has attained kingdom. It is a king, so it has its own kingdom. Kingdom meaning it has its own branch of followers, it has its own usage, and this is what MB is gonna dictate. Personally, I don't feel that this woofer needs to be in 1.5. It is a woofer designed to give you incredible lows in a small enclosure. It was able to handle that large enclosure because I am a skilled user. I did not throw that much power to it, and it attained 140 dB. And to quantify his score, the 140.59 dB at 31 hertz did qualify him as a king, but it wasn't as low as the DD or the DB drive, which both did at 30 hertz in that same box. Some of you may say, well, we keep on breaking in, it may break in and do that. To do 31 hertz in that box that size, I could have destroyed it, honestly. If you listen to that video, you can see that it was stretched to its mechanical limits. The box size needs to shrink, in my opinion. I don't think it needs to be no bigger than 1.25 or maybe 1. And anything under 1, it's still gonna make decent bass. I mean, well, it's gonna probably make exceptional bass, but your voice cord is gonna start heating up because the air in the box is not as great as the 3Q box. By putting in the 3Q box, though, now you relying on this suspension to control the driver. And Rusty's mantra is this: to give you big bass in a small enclosure. So he didn't design his woofer to be in 1.5, and that's just the facts. It did it. Then the king, he was impressed. He said, man, that's an incredible score, that low. But he didn't design his woofer to do that. It's nice to know that it has the capability in the right hands to do that. I'm sure others will take this same driver and do more take this king and do even greater things with it in different kind of alignments. Series 6 order. I believe it will excel in the 4th order with this, especially because it's designed for a small box. It's really designed for a portable box, or especially a Series 6 order. When space is at a minimum, you can put this in the ported section inside the Series 6 order, and possibly 1 cube, and in the ported section, even greater, have a more port area, and it's going to fill it. As far as tonal quality and quality of the bass, it's a low-end monster, as this surround shows you. You don't have a lot of cone area, and yet it was able to achieve the goal for it. And because it doesn't have a lot of cone area, in my opinion, it's not all that balanced. It will play the high notes, but it's not as balanced as others that have a greater cone area. So with that being said, if you want Rusty to give this woofer the same cone area as, say, the M4, and would like to have a taller, narrow surround option, now, I think he wants to come production like this because this is his child. You ask for something to handle more power and kill the lows. He did achieve that. That has been achieved. This woofer handles significantly more power. A DDM 2000 at 1 ohm. This is a D2 sub. In a box that even I, as MBE, will tell you, I think this box, it was too big for him. But he took it, and he still survived. He's fine. As you can see, still relatively stiff. I'm going to do some more testing when I make a 1.25 box for it, and just to see a little bit more what it's going to do in 1.25, and possibly put it back in that 1 cube box, the one I showed you with the aerial, with the windows. So I'm going to do some more testing with it, but it's already amazed me in its performance, particularly putting it in the box size that I put it in. I think it needs to be in, like I say, 1 to 1 cube. Now, as far as the highs, it doesn't hit the highs as DB and the DB drive, and I feel that's because of the surround. I think the surround needs to be tall and narrow. So if you wanted to have a tall and narrow surround, or you want to have the option, like the video and put in the comments, hey Rusty, give it an option like you do the larger subs. I don't want to just recone like the M3. I want to have an option to make it the surround of the M3, the topography of the M3 surround, and the Spider Well, no, he probably gonna have a greater spider, but the topography for the M3 surround on the M4. Let that be an option that you can buy, or you can buy to start production. If enough of you say that, it's gonna say, well, okay, if y'all would buy it, then I'm sure he will make it. Because at the end of the day, we love cardio, but it's a business. They selling these subwoofers and not giving them away. Okay, they selling these jokers, they ain't giving them away. So it passed. I'm a DD dealer. If you want to get DC Audio M4 from me, you can get a little savings. Particularly, if you get that in the box from me, I'm gonna give you a little savings. Keep in mind it full price. Okay. Like $20 off. You know, something like instead of paying $319, you get it from MB, you pay $300. Now I'm allowed to do stuff like that. And I think that's all I got to say. Yeah, about the DC Audio M4. And as always, please listen responsibly. Peace.